Geeta just met the External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj. The Ministry of External Affairs has tweeted pictures of that meeting. Geeta told the External Affairs Minister that my heart has always been in India. This was a meeting between a minister and a mother, is what the Ministry of External Affairs said. Bilkis Eidi, the lady who was Geeta's mother in Pakistan, was also present at this meeting. Bilkis Eidi had spoken to India Today just a short while back, and those were awesome words that came when she said, this is Eid for us. This is like Eid for us now that Geeta is finally back home. For the Eidi family in Pakistan, they actually at one point of time didn't know if it was possible for Geeta to come back home. And the lady you see on your television screen, Sushma Swaraj, the Minister for External Affairs, put in a lot of personal effort to ensure Geeta comes back home and safe. These are pictures of that meeting. The spokesperson for the Ministry of External Affairs also tweeted about this. Kamaljeet Kaur Sandhu now joins us with more on the story. Kamal, there will be a press conference at 3 when we shall know more about this. But a lot of this conversation was practically in sign language. Bilkis Eidi also present in that meeting between Sushma Swaraj, Geeta and, this meeting that's taking place at Jawahar Bhavan.
Well, definitely so. The purpose was both from Pakistan and Indian representatives to make Geeta as comfortable as possible. Now, remember, there are a lot of legal formalities which needs to be done, which is also inclusive of the DNA testing. Yes, sign language was used. And remember, the extended family members who were at the airport, who were kind of disappointed that they were not allowed to meet Geeta. The real family members were there. But remember, there is still a big question.
We'll try and reestablish that line with Kamal in just a moment. But the Ministry of External Affairs, they have not only tweeted pictures but glimpses of those conversations. My heart has always been in India, Geeta told the External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj. A minister and a mother, EAM Sushma Swaraj, External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj welcomes India's daughter Geeta home. These are pictures that have just been released by the Ministry of External Affairs. Geeta, Bharat ki beti ka Bharat mein swagat. That is what the External Affairs Minister told her as she hugged her warmly. They also thanked the Eidi family of Karachi for looking after Geeta for the past 13 years. Editor Shiv Arur joins me with more. Shiv, quite heartwarming, these pictures.
Amazing pictures, Gaurav. Remember, Sushma Swaraj, the External Affairs Minister, had been tweeting specifically about Geeta for, many weeks now. In fact, she's taken a personal interest in this entire case ever since it came to light. And as we've been reporting it, clearly Sushma Swaraj has taken it as, much more than just a prestige issue or a diplomatic issue as far as India and Pakistan is concerned. Clearly, she's sentimental about it. These pictures are really heartwarming in that sense because, in many ways, this is, this is the first time that Geeta, has been back in her country after so many years. But these pictures are also representative of the high level of interest that the government has taken in, bringing this story to a hopefully happy conclusion. Remember, the story isn't over just yet. DNA tests are going to be conducted now to match Geeta's DNA with that of her parents. But, due process aside, I think the interest that's been taken from both sides, the Eidi Foundation as well as the Indian Foreign Office in Pakistan as well as the Indian government here, is something that needs to be commended because amidst multifarious hostilities between India and Pakistan, the story of Geeta that I think is manifest in these pictures of Geeta with our External Affairs Minister is that happy occasions like these are still possible between India and Pakistan despite all the hostilities, and they need to be amplified. But let's also let's tell it like it is, Gaurav, because even as politics swirls over Geeta, both external and internal, as Pakistan attempts to use Geeta as a bargaining chip, the Indian government is very clear about one thing. This isn't about diplomacy. This isn't about any kind of bargain between India and Pakistan. Geeta is an Indian citizen. She has rightfully and justifiably been returned to her country because of the help of, for certain non-governmental organizations in Pakistan. This has not been, exclusively the generosity of the Pakistan government itself. So what has happened is just, it is fair, it was the right thing to do because Geeta was an Indian citizen, and that's the way it's actually going to play out. So let's also remember that in a short while from now, both Sushma Swaraj and Geeta will be addressing a press conference in Delhi where we're expecting to get much more information. Her caretakers who've come with her from Pakistan will also be taking a few questions from the Indian press. Our reporters are there. So we're hoping to get many more details about Geeta's time in Pakistan and the huge effort it's taken to bring her back.
Oh, indeed, Shiv. Stay with me. Kamaljit Kaur Sandhu also with me on this. So, Kamal, AIIMS doctors were present at the hotel. They've collected the blood sample. What now?
Well, now they'll have to actually wait for the medical procedure to be over. And remember, it takes a little more than a week for the blood samples to really match. They'll really have to wait for that. Until then, remember, she will be in the safe custody of the government. They'll go through the entire process. But meanwhile, this is also a time which will be a time of anxiety for Geeta. And that is why her family from Pakistan, which is now family now, that will be there to take care. And yes, red carpets both from Pakistan and India. And remember, she is a shining example of how humanity and how friendship between the two countries can really foster on a very humane story like that of Geeta. Whether it's the pilot who wanted a selfie, whether it's the passengers, whether there are other people, many of them connected with Geeta. This is something that both India and Pakistan can really learn from. They may be at each other's throat at the borders.
Yes.
We've seen Shiv Sena here showing some sort of intolerance to Pakistani performers as well as cricketers. But here's a story which has connected both India and Pakistan in a very humane sort of a way. Gaurav?
Keep tracking that story, Kamal. I will come back to you for more.